Autumn is a season that invites textures, layering, and, of course, prints. They can bring freshness and creativity, but when poorly chosen, they end up weighing things down and even aging the outfit. After 60, some patterns can be unforgiving. They compress the silhouette, make the look dated, or create a contrast that doesn't flatter the face. But that doesn't mean giving up prints. On the contrary, it's precisely at this stage that they can express even more personality, joy, and presence.
You just need to choose versions that bring balance and light. That's why, in this video, I'm going to show you 7 prints that don't flatter as much and what to wear instead. It's not about boring rules. It's about using fashion as an ally to feel good in the mirror. 1. Heavy plaid in dark tones. Plaid is an autumn classic, but when it comes in very tight patterns, like black with brown, olive green with charcoal gray, it can create a visual block that hardens the look. This kind of combination tends to compress the silhouette and make the expression more severe than necessary. A good alternative is to go for plaid in medium and light tones, such as camel with beige, navy with white, or even wine with off-white. These versions brighten without losing sobriety. Another route is to opt for more spaced-out patterns that add lightness and elongate. Imagine a camel and navy plaid blazer paired with dark jeans and a light blouse. Classic, modern, and weightless. If you want to be bold, add colorful accessories. A red scarf or gold earrings can charmingly break the rigidity. The secret lies in the contrast. The lighter the base of the plaid, the lighter the result. That way you keep wearing a quintessential autumn print, but in a way that flatters the face and brings freshness. 2. Overly pronounced animal print. Leopard or snake print is practically a fashion icon, but when it comes in very high contrast versions, black with strong caramel, for example, it can read as dated or over the top. On mature skin, that heightened contrast often weighs more than it flatters. That doesn't mean abandoning animal print, but choosing subtler interpretations. Small-scale leopard in beige with soft gold, snakes in light gray, or even leopard and a navy version look elegant and current. Another tip is to use animal print in smaller pieces, pumps, a clutch, or even a belt. That way, the print shows up as a style accent, not the star of the look. A silk shirt in a light-toned leopard print, worn with white, tailored trousers and discreet accessories, looks sophisticated without being caricatured. A midi snake print skirt in a grayish tone can be paired with a neutral knit and light boots, creating a modern, balanced look.
The key is to soften. When animal print blends with luminous colors, it stops feeling heavy and starts conveying personality in just the right measure. 3. Overly ditzy florals. Floral is an eternal classic, but when it comes in very tiny, repetitive prints, the effect can be the opposite of what you want. This kind of pattern recalls children's clothes or dated pieces from the 80s, and on mature skin ends up creating an impression of fragility or an aged look. Plus, too much visual information packed into a small area can add the sensation of volume where it doesn't exist, compressing the silhouette. The alternative lies in medium or large florals with breathing space between the motifs. They convey sophistication and modernity and let the eye rest. A midi dress with large flowers on a light background, for instance, elongates and brightens. If you prefer something subtler, choose stylized mechanical prints with branches and leaves and more minimal strokes. They work like a grown-up floral without losing freshness. Another tip is to look at the background of the print. Florals on very dark, black, or brown grounds can feel heavy. On beige, light blue, or white, they gain lightness and enhance the skin's luminosity. For day-to-day, a silk blouse with a medium floral paired with jeans creates a feminine, modern look. For dressier occasions, a floral dress on a light background with nude sandals is fresh and elegant. The point is simple.
Florals don't need to be abolished, just rethought. The more space and light the print has, the more it conveys vitality and elegance. 4. Thick horizontal stripes. Stripes are striking and, when well used, can be timeless. But wide horizontal stripes, especially in strong contrast like black and white or navy and red, tend to widen the silhouette and flatten posture. For women over 60, this visual effect can create unnecessary discomfort since the print pulls the eyes sideways instead of elongating. The solution lies in thinner, vertical, or diagonal stripes. They lengthen the body and add dynamism to the look.
Another good option is stripes in close tones, like beige with off-white or light gray with white, which keep the print without heavy contrast. A light blue and white striped shirt is practically a staple piece, elegant, modern, and easy to pair with tailoring or jeans. And a dress with fine vertical stripes in earthy tones can be perfect for autumn, creating the illusion of height and lightness. And if you won't give up horizontals, choose softer versions, like navy with light gray, and wear them on smaller areas of the body, such as a blouse under a blazer or a layered knit. That way, the print shows up but doesn't dominate. In the end, the secret of stripes is balance. The more delicate the pattern, the more elegant the effect. 5. High contrast polka dots. Polka dots have an irresistible retro charm. But when the contrast is too strong, like large white dots on a black ground or the reverse, they can overload the look and even create a costume effect. On mature women, this kind of polka dot tends to harden the expression because the eye locks onto the contrast and pulls attention away from the face.
The way out is to go for more delicate polka dots with smaller dots and in closer tones. Polka dots in beige with off-white, light blue with white, or even subtle gray variations create a light, sophisticated, timeless effect. Another option is to explore polka dots in fluid fabrics like silk or viscose, which break the rigidity and add movement. In practice, think of a beige silk blouse with white polka dots paired with navy tailoring, feminine, current, and elegant without heaviness. For more casual occasions, a midi blue dress with discreet polka dots can be worn with a denim jacket and light flats. This way, the print keeps its playful charm, but in a more sophisticated, mature version. 6. Heavy paisley.
Paisley, that print of arabesques and curved shapes typical of the 70s, can be fascinating but also easily overdone. In very colorful, dense versions, it creates information overload, leaving the look dated and tiring. The alternative lies in simplified or monochromatic paisleys. When they appear in shades of blue on white or in more discreet versions like gray on beige, the result is sophisticated and contemporary. Another good idea is to use paisley in smaller pieces, silk scarves, dress details, or even accessories like printed handbags. A practical example is a navy and white paisley dress paired with nude sandals and gold earrings. The motif remains present, but with lightness and modernity. And the paisley scarf in earthy tones can be perfect for complementing a monochrome beige or camel look. This way, you keep the bohemian touch of paisley without the aging visual weight. 7. Hard, high-contrast geometrics. Geometric prints have a modern, striking appeal, but when they bring extreme contrasts, like black and white in large blocks, rigid squares, or triangles, the effect can be overly aggressive. Besides compressing the silhouette, this kind of print can project excessive seriousness, stripping softness from the face.
Instead, opt for softer geometrics in close colors or with fluid lines. Delicate diagonal stripes, squares in neutral tones, or graphic prints in earthy palettes can create a current look without heaviness. Another alternative is to choose stylized geometric prints that look almost hand-drawn, bringing modernity with lightness. An elegant example is a blouse with geometric shapes in shades of beige, navy, and camel, paired with white trousers. And a dress with subtle light blue graphics on a white background can be perfect for a casual dinner. The trick is in the softness. When the geometric print stops being rigid and gains lightness, it starts to enhance rather than steal the show. So, tell me, which of these prints do you still wear, and which have you already set aside? Tell me in the comments.